Smoke, Spaceman, Stumpy, Subi Smash here on the call. Faze Clan, Team Queso, one of these teams going home, the other moving down to the lower final.
A time where Europe is attempting to go toe-to-toe with North America in an event that has been dominated by that home crowd, the England flag, the French flag flying proud. Will it be able to take down the Stars and Stripes?
And we have Team Queso, Europe's last great hope, coming up against Faze Clan, looking for their biggest win to date in the Rocket League scene. And already, Joyo putting the pressure on for Team Queso, ball just floating at the top of the box. And I have a feeling that we're going to have a shootout on our hands.
This might be the only team in the world that can go toe-to-toe with First Killer, Typical, and AJ. Faze have their work cut out for them. And the goal leader in all the world gets it done once more.
Starting it off, Rise from that left-hand corner. Sees Faze Clan sitting pretty, and he makes them look ugly. 30 seconds gone with Queso getting that early lead, and it comes down to Rise so frequently with Queso, where he is that goal leader. He is so confident. He does not stop.
Rise having an MVP level performance this weekend, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down at all. And you see the rare double commit come out there from Faze Clan, just leaving that goal wide open, and Faze Clan would love to get one back quick.
Becoming increasingly rare. I think Faze Clan historically, they've loved to double commit. On regionals, they've gone big on both diving at the exact same ball, burning 100 boosts to do, quite frankly, absolutely nothing. This is a different side. It is so much more fun to see. They are using each other. We saw yesterday, they won their game with First Killer passing at the death of the game to win it for the team. That's the Faze Clan we're seeing, and it's what Queso, they need to try and battle against it.
The scariest thing the teammate said on the desk, which could be said about a lot of things that he comes up with, but for this series alone, Faze looking much more like a team as the weekends progress. A couple of big whiffs there. And for Team Queso, trying to control the pressure past midfield into the corner for possession time. Now a shot there, saved by First Killer. He's seen a couple of those this weekend. He's met the challenge.
The idea from Rise to shoot behind the keeper as well means that he's left wrong-wheeled on the goal line. Can't get back to it convincingly, but First Killer, man, his saves, his defense, they've been last second, they've been awkward, but he has made them look effortless.
The intelligence from Team Queso is what separates them from a lot of teams, and we just saw that on that offensive push. Normally we see players rotate out in that situation, and instead they stay in the zone, in the box, keeping that pressure, making it to where Faze Clan has to use a lot of boost to try and get that ball back out, and still Faze Clan have yet to have a good opportunity at net. That one shot on target, but easily turned away by Rise, and Joyo and Vatira looking to go down the field. Get that shot on target, and Vatira up, backboard's open, but no, turned away by Typical.
And that's why Typical was picked up on this roster. AJ very far pushed past midfield, was looking for the rebound, but Typical playing through the corners. He's so good as an island player. Right around one, the rebound there, but Typical yet again towards the corner we go. It's possession for Faze, but taken away by Team Queso.
Vatira's the man that we've looked at to come into this LAN and be huge, be the man to take it away for Queso, but he hasn't been there as much as Rise and Joyo. If he's feeling good and that kind of dribble, faking out, going low underneath the defender, if that's what it implies, Queso, they could be on fire.
And on the other hand, for Faze Clan, we need to see Typical step up during group stages. A little bit of inconsistencies from them, and they seem to falter as Rise puts in another for Team Queso.
The bump on the back line, Queso becoming aggressive so early on, knocks First Killer out, and AJ nearly making double contact with Typical.
It's going to be a long series. This is not a best of 5. We're looking back. Team Queso took down Faze in the final game. This will go to at least 4, maybe 7. But in the end, it's those physicality and those physical plays, rather, that can help Team Queso in this series.
And you know Faze Clan gonna have a tough day at the office if already Rise has 2 unassisted goals. We've still yet to see Vatira or Joyo do anything in this game. Obviously getting the bumps, getting the demos, but still not showing up on the stat line. And if those boys start popping off, it could be a quick series.
I love the ability of every player on this pitch because no ball at any given moment is safe. Everything is a threat. Every angle is an opportunity. Just there, Joyo shooting across the goal mouth. Doesn't go in, but there was the opportunity.
It's been a very quiet lead for Team Queso. Another big demo there, so numbers advantage as they move upfield. Faze trying to scramble now on defense with not a lot of resources here. And it's another free goal. So all of a sudden, when that demo starts to come out and the bumps follow with it, you're looking at space down the field where Team Queso continue to capitalize.
A mistouch from Typical sends it straight into the ceiling. And with Joyo able to flip into somehow the perfect position to catch it, he can dribble it in. Team Queso, game 1, 3 goals. Faze Clan yet to be on the board.
And you also noticed in frame was Rise, ready to pick up any cleanup 50 that happened on the goal line, but Joyo didn't need his help. Team Queso working so well as a team right now, even though all 3 goals, like I brought up, unassisted. They haven't even gotten the passing plays going yet.
The time of game 1 starts to dwindle away, and Faze have yet to find themselves anything. The possession has been there through those corners, all of the blue half controlled by Team Queso. The last hope for Europe has certainly met the call early on in this series. But like we said, it takes time for Faze to get going. They're very good when their backs are against the wall.
Sharp shooters, Faze Clan do have the opportunity to score 3 in 20, but Queso are shutting them down at every avenue. The midfield control is fully on the side of Europe in this matchup, with Rise catching again, goes for a low 50. We saw Vatira earlier, he goes to one again, he muscles it past. Can't quite find the bottom corner, however. Queso with first blood.
Ball still up. Never mind. It's a game 1 win for Team Queso. And a very quiet one at that, but it's a quality win nonetheless, and you get yourself on the board first, breaking the ice in this series.
A very quality win there, and Team Queso showing you why it's so important to keep that pressure up the field, not giving Faze Clan an opportunity at a solo play, not giving them an opportunity to dribble that ball downfield through the air. Just zero space given to Faze Clan, and you could see it on the scoreline.
And every time we saw Queso get pushed up with possession, what happened? Queso were ready to challenge the ball immediately when Faze went up for a defensive stand. They weren't getting a lot of clean clears for Faze. So you're getting possession there for Team Queso and extra opportunities for a shot. It was very difficult for Faze to clear the ball away.
It comes down to a lot of the play in the midfield where in that matchup, Queso, they were taking it. They were the ones that were stealing that boost. They were just shutting down Faze at every opportunity. Something Faze have done so well against every team that they have been facing so far through this competition. But when you come up against a team like Queso, who have been described as ball chasers, it is so hard to break out of there. The crowd here as well, so excited to be watching an NA versus EU matchup and hoping, I'm sure, for the Europeans to fall.
Oh, I can almost guarantee you that, especially with me and Spaceman up here.
Naturally.
A little bit in our back
I just want
pocket.
chaos. I don't care how it comes.
The chaos bracket reigns
Yeah, give me
supreme.
the chaos bracket. Well, folks, game 1 was pretty one-sided. On to Forbidden Temple we go for Faze. They're still looking for their first goal in the series.
And you can bet your bottom dollar that Faze Clan, with all of the mechanics present on that team, that eventually they're going to break out, especially with that ball-chasing mentality that Team Queso does happen to have. But Tira can't get the 50.
And you can bet your bottom euro that Queso are going to come back out and face against Faze Clan with every single thing that they have got in their arsenal. Going for some back ball plays, the double miss, and typical to save it away.
Bit of boom ball here early on, trying to establish some rhythm at the midfield line. Faze have not done a great job at finding one another, whether it's been infield passing, whether it's been corralling the ball through the sidewall, trying to get downfield cleanly. Finally, AJ with a touch for the extension, and Typical with a somewhat awkward flip over, but instead, possession here yet again, Joyo off the backboard. Team Queso looking for the opening goal with about a minute burned.
Faze Clan seems scared of every touch that Queso are making. They're pre-jumping as often as they possibly can, and it's not a bad idea, don't get me wrong, but it just means that you burn so much more boost in Queso. If they get wise to that, and they realize that they have just got their presence is threatening, then their area of influence grows exponentially.
And already, this game number 2 feels like an extension of game number 1. It feels like 6 minutes of just pure offensive pressure for Team Queso. Faze Clan unable to do anything to get into the offensive half and really set up any type of offense. And like you said, it just boils down to those pre-jumps from Team Queso, like Rise getting that one shot on target, turned away by AJ. And Faze Clan, rare double commit yet again, going up for that ball, but it might not be too rare at this point.
Faze had a small counterattack down the field, and they got very aggressive on the backboard. They bumped off Joyo. So they're looking for that presence of mind for an extra member to move up into the center to get ready for a pass. Faze are starting to feel more of their continuous assault. The things that got them to this point, they've just struggled to put it all together.
When Faze Clan rather turn it on, they're going to turn it on big time. In Queso, question mark will be whether it is in this series and whether they're going to be ready for it. AJ and Typical begin to assault that backline.
First killer.
First killer makes contact on both the ball and the man.
Not only does he get the bump on the defender to get him off of the goal line, but somehow gets the cheeky touch there to put it in, and the audience left with their jaws on the floor.
Well, you needed your best player to step up, finally get Faze on the board. Only took a game and a half, but here comes Faze Clan. First killer, juggling over Joyo. Cut down immediately. Team Queso trying to deny that much push up. Typical yet again, bend around the corner. And Vatira rolling into the ball will get it right back out to midfield.
Miraculously reacting in time, clears it away from the goal line. The opportunities though for Faze Clan growing as they march downfield. Rise with a chance for the shot and will get it back past AJ. Look at his movement down pitch though, so much more aggressive and boost efficient.
And for Faze Clan, so important to score first here in game number 2. And while First Killer didn't even need to get that touch on the ball, for him to just see that roll into the back of the net does so much for his mentality, saying, okay, we're not getting shut out, we're in this series, and the hopes of making to the grand finals alive, but Rise rattles that one out of the upper 90.
All of a sudden, Team Queso has started to jolt up in pace. The power behind their shots has increased exponentially. They're trying to catch Faze off guard, and those quick rotations back into the goal line. Picking apart First Killer and AJ. That's going to be high off the backboard. Rise can't meet it. Neither can First Killer. No follow-up from Faze. Don't want to overextend and make a mistake.
It's Typical though, sitting way too far back as far as I'm concerned. Nearly the double dunk coming in. With Typical going to the corner though, it falls to First Killer, who takes to the skies, who holds the mantle of the ball on his nose. Instead though, just this one goal lead will remain. Rise unable to secure that flip reset as AJ pinching on that back line. First Killer, the first man to that ball time and time again. He's fast, he's feeling furious.
And a few awkward touches from Team Queso here in Faze Clan. Able to just hold this ball in mid-air. That shot on target. First Killer can't redirect as the demo comes through. AJ sent back to his back line. Numbers for Team Queso, but great 50 there from AJ to keep the pressure for Faze.
Faze were so far extended upfield, they had no choice but to quickly rotate. And it's amazing that Team Queso couldn't convert that into a long-distance goal. It was one player to beat. First Killer, almost on his own back pass, was able to find the opening. Would have been two, but Joyo off the ceiling, right back down with the dunk, blocked away by Faze. Yet again, AJ with the escape off the ceiling. Faze looking for the second. Down to Typical, blocked. Team Queso denying the second goal.
Opportunity for the flip reset from 1 to 2 to 3. It is a deadly trio from Queso.
The passing plays coming apparent for Team Queso, and the flip reset from Vatira to Rise, and Joyo with the exclamation point.
They were more than happy to let Faze get comfortable on the other side of the field. They just needed to get back out on a counterattack and play at a disadvantage against the numbers. Such little time in game 2. We got ourselves a tie ball game. 10 seconds to go. Faze trying to bring it to the corner, but it's a miss.
Oh boy.
It's a miss off the backboard. Rise down to Vatira. He'll play it here. He has boost. Joyo on the slow. Right to the down. Right on the goal! Rise once more, finding it.
And it comes down to that fake from Vatira, so Joyo can carry that ball straight into the net and hand it off to Rise for the win.
The goal at the death of game number 2, falling to Team Queso. Faze need a second to regroup,
and as
to talk about what happened, and to figure out how that never happens again.
And as we take a look at the Mobile One high performance replays, absolutely impressive from Team Queso as you get a live look at what that replay looked like from the stands. And I am just so impressed with Team Queso's ability. Check your heart rate, make sure you're okay, Spaceman, because
Queso,
that was
right?
insane. All it
Queso,
took,
It's like a hummingbird. My word.
How am I
17
alive?
seconds for 2 goals? How?
It's Queso. That's what they do.
If Queso don't score at 0 seconds, obviously this goes to OT. This is a completely different conversation. I don't think Faze take that tactical timeout. The fashion in which it did happen.
No way.
They're down 2-0 quickly in this series. If they lose this, they're down 3-0. We've rarely seen reverse comebacks or reverse sweeps, however you want to call it.
I think it'd be the 7th on land for a reverse sweep.
Like,
So
I actually don't hate this tactical timeout from Faze.
I love it.
They need to reestablish it.
I love it after 2-0.
Yes.
After 3-0, it's too late. We've said it time and time again. It's too late. The water saves in chat on the clap sticks. Everybody here is trying to get Faze Clan involved. They want them to rise up. They want North America to succeed against the Europeans. But maybe the Europeans are here to play, crowd. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, FaZe Clan are going to come out after this timeout so strong. They realize that even though they go up by 1 goal, they can never let their foot off of the pedal. Team Queso so dangerous and so deadly, so mechanical, and so smart. And that has what has separated this team from so many is just the intelligence.
One big issue that FaZe Clan did have after having 1 goal, they kept pushing. They kept going, and they needed in their heads
to force it.
get the second goal. We need that second goal. Give us an insurance goal. And it just didn't work. It then led them on the back foot instead.
And that was twice that they overextended trying to find the second goal. And when it didn't happen, Team Queso were able to set up early on the other side of the field, find one another, and the infield passing started killing FaZe. FaZe hasn't had a lot of it. They've been relying on that individual play, those mechanics to get it high on the backboard. Team Queso have been reading it every time.
Yeah, and you saw AXB there just kind of give him all love on the shoulder, just saying, okay, we're still in this, we're not out of it. And that is just a sign of a great coach, but Vatira looking for a double to open up the game and denied by Typical. FaZe Clan hanging on by a thread, the ball off their crossbar again, and Typical give them a little breathing room.
Something that has impressed, I think, everybody about FaZe is their mentality. When they concede a goal, they fist bump. We love that. I love seeing that so much. It means that they realize it's a game. You know, you're going to be conceding a goal every now and then. You're still a team. You still need to work together to win.
If FaZe are going to play slowly now, I'm looking at Typical to help facilitate a lot of this offense. Whether it's rebounds, assists, getting back out to midfield, playing off the side wall to find AJ, to find First Killer, give them possession to move through. You got to slow the mechanics. You have to start taking the ball away and control the clock.
Awkward on the backboard. FaZe Clan find themselves, but up is Typical to the skies. Rise sends it high. He just got a touch. It was awkward, but Joyo somehow is there, able to read it. Vatira immediately challenging First Killer. Does not want to give him any space, as we saw yesterday how deadly that suddenly becomes.
And what I kept bringing up yesterday was just the confidence that Team Queso continues to have, and I don't know where it comes from, but I love it, and I love the fact that they're always trusting in one another. As that shot, just a little too soft, could have found the upper 90, but still, Joyo pushing downfield, and AJ looking for a flip reset. Can't quite find it, can't find the 50 either, and Rise content to play this back and forth game.
I mean, this is FaZe's MO. They play so individually, even on defense. It's one at a time, consistently applying pressure, but not as a group. Typical, trying to get cheeky through the corner. No one's possession right now. Ball stuck in traffic. And yet again, we hang in the blue half, but maybe a rule one, maybe not. AJ, looking for something extra, just couldn't find it.
Those bumps on the goal line, you're just sending Queso to a much slower pace than they'd usually like. No one able to challenge. Fortunately, nobody from FaZe able to convert the other side, however. Yeah,
and if you can get those bumps, it's going to work out in your favor, especially against Team Queso, a team so well known for pre-jumping. So if you can take that away from them, where you get just the slightest open look, as First Killer demoed back on the goal line, that ball's hanging on top of the box, and Team Queso unable to capitalize.
Flanks off the backboard. First Killer trying to meet it.
It's open!
It's an interception, long way downfield. Vatira showing that the timeout mattered not.
The scoring opened by Team Queso yet again, as he flies over the midfield line, sends it onto the open net, and FaZe Clan have done so well to have a man right at the back. This time, though, a completely vacant net.
And it felt like for the first half there was just a piece of cheese hanging on a hook, baiting out FaZe Clan, and eventually they pushed too far forward, got themselves way overconfident, and that back line opened up like the seas.
Never really heard about cheese on a hook.
You genuinely fish with cheese, don't you? I know that.
That's what I've heard.
We're talking about specific soft cheese, hard cheese. Could be anything.
Could be anything. Maybe Queso. Maybe that just run in the river. We don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
With Queso 1-0 up, is FaZe Clan now yet again trying to fight to return. Joyo catching onto the flip reset, but First Killer in the skies. has only 30 boosts. Up for the dunk, however, still a chance for Faze Clan. Able to get this central towards
great pass.
Typical. Yet another infield pass. It's Typical there to receive.
This is how he plays. He circles through the corner. AJ keeps it on the ground, and Typical needed to start getting involved on the offense more, Stubby. That was a three-man passing play that finally FaZe were able to take advantage of.
I love the fact that pass was out towards the top of the box instead of going towards the goal line. So smart to get the defender to pull out, and it just opened things up for FaZe Clan. And again, all tied up here. Minute 40 seconds remain, and FaZe Clan looking to march the full length of the field to try and take the lead.
Mechanics can only get you so far if you're FaZe. You need more of a team effort across the board. Joyo, oh wow, what an extension to Vatira. Slow down.
Oh no,
wait, open net, pull shot.
A pull shot to find the bottom corner. Shooting so rapidly, and Team Queso able to gain a goal back on their fierce North American rivals.
I'm telling you, Stumpy, over in Europe, they just build the teams differently, but First Killer doesn't let Team Queso get comfortable with the lead, and right out of the gates off the kickoff, scores over Joyo.
He's the catalyst for the offense, and finally, he pulls up from behind midfield. Small touches like that for FaZe that could make a difference in this series. Both these teams so evenly matched, but FaZe not showing us their best. Team Queso doing what they do as always. Once more, possession out here for FaZe. They will cut down the extension. Vatira gonna try to keep it on the ground, but First Killer getting very aggressive. And that's what starts to scare me if you're Team Queso. He finds a demo on the counterattack, the rotation. First Killer is flying across the field.
First Killer immediately shutting down the entire notion of that counterattack even forming. With under a minute remaining, 45 seconds, Team Queso and FaZe Clan are dead level. Vatira to shoot!
Oh my!
Lands next to the ball and immediately strikes like a viper.
If you've got hats on, throw them towards the stage. Vatira with the hat trick in game number 3, putting the team on his shoulders and sniping that lower corner.
This is a crucial game for FaZe. Not many expected it to be this much of a one-sided affair. Team Queso have found a way back into it. A insane pinch that could have led to a 4-2 ball game. Trying to keep up First Killer. Jason working down the field, taken away. The double commit there. Centering it back out. Pinch from Typical. FaZe now struggling to get the clear.
All in one corner as well. You could throw a blanket over them, and yet they'd struggle to remove themselves. Final 10 seconds for game number 3. And FaZe Clan, their third goal, emerging when they needed it most.
AJ says we're not out just quite yet. Less than 10 seconds to go. Not a lot of boost left, and he decides to slot it in. FaZe Clan, Team Queso, all tied up.
Could we get another 0-second goal? Joyo trying to move through. Looking for the pass. Ball still alive. And we will touch for golden goal opportunity.
Vatira wanted that.
Nearly.
He needed that one to stay up, but just doesn't quite manage to do so. Joyo up high, bumped off that backboard by First Killer. And Vatira, he's solo. There's nobody challenging. He goes low. Memories of Squishy Muffins flash through our memories.
Oh, great back pass there from AJ. Had no boost left in the tank. Neither does Typical. The First Killer willing to rotate in, gets that pass, and AJ coming from the wing, gonna catch this ball, and Joyo quick to challenge, not giving him any space, any time, and FaZe Clan push back on their heels as Team Queso bumping in the net, but back and forth we remain.
I love the way FaZe are playing this. They're looking for the center. But it's that backboard defense from Team Queso that's cut down those opportunities. Not a lot of gaps here. When you look at a transition, up to the backboard. First Killer does get a touch. Down to AJ. He will give FaZe a moment to breathe. Rise, circling back into the play. It's typical. Back pass, down to Vatira. Vatira, looking at the extension.
No way!
Put it back around. It won't be there.
So close to an incredible goal from Queso to make it 3-0. But a misplay finds the ball bouncing in front of the net. Goes to the post, opposite woodwork.
Team Queso Gets the dunk, and AJ gets back in time, but Team Queso doing such a great job of covering up that goal line, not allowing any windows to allow a breeze through. His first killer looking for a double, doesn't find it. Typical's there, too high off the crossbar, and Joyo pops it up. It's just dangling, hanging, and AJ scores!
When they needed a rebound most, AJ is there yet again. Faze finally break the mold. They get themselves back in this series, and it's a brand new best of 7.
FaZe are able to take their first game. They are able to just bring it back mentally from that timeout that they've only just taken.
Yes.
And they win it out 4-3. The biggest shootout we've had so far. In this Mobile One high performance replay, we are seeing some really weird goals.
Oh, the pool shot was my favorite of the series, but AJ making a statement there saying overtime is ours, and like you brought up, the fact that they come out of that timeout and rip that game away from Team Queso is tremendous.
I mean, that is the hardest regain you could possibly hit if you're Faze. Not only do you lose the opening goal, but what didn't work in game 1 and 2, didn't work in game 3, but they started working through the progressions. They got better reads downfield. They found one another. Typical got involved on the defensive end. AJ found touches in the midfield towards the goal line. Faze looked like Faze finally.
Hey, look, it's late in Europe right now, Stumpy, so Team Queso already well awake. They're used to it. Faze Clan, this is still early for them. They're starting to wake up, getting the sleep out of their eyes.
It's gamer hours. Europe, we're all awake. We've been playing up till 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. I have a hard 10:30 bedtime. I do not stay up that late. Thank you
American
very
or European
much.
time?
European time.
American
There's
time
also
is now a thing.
so many time zones, it's not just European time. Anyway, game 4, we find ourselves over on the gorgeous Utopia. And FaZe Clan looking to get their second game and tie up the series.
And it feels like YouTube Theater just starting to turn into Utopia Coliseum right now. The fans backing FaZe Clan strong, and Team Queso doing everything in their power to just keep them silent.
What scares me most, when is first killer going to turn up and do something big and ignite the offense? AJ snipe. Oh! Well, Faze, guess what? You got 4 minutes to play through, so you can shake that one off and try again.
The absolute anticipation of everyone in the crowd leaves Rise to double fake FaZe Clan.
Just takes this ball smooth and slow across the box. See you later first. Bye-bye, AJ. Team Queso up 1.
Putting them in a blender, letting them mix a little bit. Team Queso yet again find themselves on the board first. How many games is that now? All of them?
Many.
FaZe Clan need to start finding some of that aggression. No double tap, the follow-up. AJ there, a big demo, and now a chance for FaZe here. They can get back to midfield with that touch. It's AJ on the extension, but this gives them time to spread out, find boost, and get back into the play.
That one touch from Joyo shutting down the counter-attack for FaZe Clan. It just meant they can assemble as quick as they'd like. But Vatira had a really good chance to score and shot it directly at both of the defenders on the FaZe Clan net. He could have done better, he should have done better. It should be 2-0.
And Typical just launching downfield on target, forcing to Rise, get up and go for the save as FaZe Clan left scrambling, trying to find some offense. Rise, another opportunity demoed by First Killer, and FaZe Clan gonna have numbers.
These demos are now coming out in packages for FaZe. A flurry of demos there, but a better angle from Rise. Team Queso relying on their superstar. It's 2-0.
It's Joyo to the center, and First Killer not leaving the ground. He should have done. He had boost, he had time, he had the position, and Rise was there. Second goal for Queso. FaZe Clan down, but still 3 minutes, still going up against an incredibly mentally strong team.
Yeah, one thing we know about FaZe, although they might be down, they are never out, and 3 minutes is an eternity to work with. AJ gets them back within 1.
And First Killer's demo creates that opportunity. When First Killer was on Rogue 30 years ago, one of the things he did so well was off-ball action, the defense, the assists, the demos, consistently finding ways to get the team in position to score. Time works differently in quarantine, but guess what? He has all the success still here on Faze. A big dunk, but blocked away.
I really love what we're seeing from First Killer. Again, he stains his car with engine oil of his opposition. That man is burning through everyone on Queso. Rise removed, opportunities begin to assemble, and FaZe Clan are aggression embodied.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better spawn there for Rise. Right place, right time. Ball fell on top of his hood, but still, Team Queso unable to break out. FaZe Clan doing a great job at keeping them at bay, and Rise just trying to keep this ball alive. Pops it up, has Vatira available, but can't quite find the angle to get it over to him, and looks like Team Queso gonna reset.
Very much looking for the center. Things start to slow down towards the midfield. AJ able to take it away, but Rise will cut it down. Enough boost to maybe get over First Killer. Not so much, as the extension is there, and really the 50 game has been there for FaZe. Back out to the midfield. AJ corkscrewing his way into a challenge. It's Vatira who gets it out. Someone should be there. It will be cyclical time and time again. First Killer fighting with Joyo.
Managed to get one bump, but just not enough. Typical up to the ceiling with Joyo first to it. AJ appearing from nowhere over in the corner. Vatira, Rise in the center. Just far of the post this time, a rare miss. 90 seconds remain. FaZe Clan need one to get overtime.
And I love how Team Queso is a Swiss Army knife. So many tools available to them. We're seeing defensive demos to open things up, to allow them to clear this ball down. Theo and Joyo can't quite find that angle to get it hop out. He wanted to push it towards the top of the box. And again, Joyo gets this ball on his hood. Team Queso starting to press forward.
Queso's boost control has been perfect in this game. Constantly in a position to challenge with those 50s and shut down any extra pushes from FaZe. But First Killer, even with that threatening attempt, still downfield a chance. He's still circling around the ball, not leaving off, fighting one-on-one. Typical, First Killer trying to careen around to the opposite side. We go to the adjacent corner now. Under 50 to play. That one's dangerous, but Queso yet again are able to make the read.
FaZe Clan sweeping left and right around that blue net, but Typical with no touch that he's able to get. First Killer has 40, has a vision, but Vatira's there to shut it down, and again. 30 seconds on Utopia. Typical trying to whip in front of anyone on the blue side. Rise up to the skies with 30 boost. Joyo there, goes for one, but the double is not successful.
It's under 15. It's dangerous. It's Rise there. Oh, what a back touch to the corner. Lead still there for Queso. Yet another. A challenge towards the backboard. It's still along the rim.
No.
FaZe missed the touch. AJ, they're going to have to keep it up now. Not a lot of boost here. Someone's got to be there. And Vatira gives Queso the win.
Vatira is laughing on his camera. He saw AJ fly around. He saw Typical whip it. They are confident. They know exactly the game they need to play, and they are so happy with it.
Massive mechanical mistake by FaZe Clan. In the back half there, his time is dwindling away. And that's just a testament to how well Team Queso plays and changes things up. You never know when they're going to be in the air pre-jumping. You never know if they're going to be pulling back. It's just so impressive to see them constantly changing things up. And you're going to see that in the Mobile One High Performance replay. FaZe Clan played great, but ultimately, Team Queso that much better.
FaZe were a team that we looked at for them to be working together. And First Killer, to me, is the only one who's got the memo.
Yes.
First Killer, he's everywhere. He's demoing. The goals, every goal I think they've had so far has come from that First Killer demo, from his aggression, from his passes.
Yeah.
But then Typical and AJ, they're not on that same page. They aren't understanding where they need to be in relation to him. There are errors that come in from his teammates that are flanking him on that big red desk. They need to step up, otherwise Queso, they run away with it.
FaZe, over on the stage, look like they realize the situation. It hasn't been a lot of chatter. It hasn't been a lot of smiles. They're very locked in, but they understand that the struggle is currently here, and they have to start stepping up and making the moment happen.
We're talking about FaZe Clan here. You're never going to see too much chatter. You're never going to see too many smiles. Right now, they're buckled in, locked in, ready to go for business. But Rise passing this ball up to Vatira, turned away by Typical. And right now. Typical and AJ done a great job.
The double commit, though, instantly in the corner, no trust. They've done so well so far to be trusting each other. Keep that up, Faze. That's what you need to do, as Rise is going to be attacking that net. Doesn't opt for the flip reset as he knows that first killer's lurking and can just shut him down. Instead, just goes for the punt shot.
Okay, so we're meeting a lot of those 50s far upfield. They're not giving Faze any time to circle away and control the possession. AJ right off the backboard will get it down to the 50-yard line. First killer falling off. Should make that read with a decent pinch. Now, where are Faze in relation to it? First killer, what a touch. But Vatira ready for it yet again.
And FaZe Clan cannot give up first goal here. Being put on match point, so important to come out and make a statement. Put yourself in the driver's seat as Rise going up. Doesn't have any boost to follow through. So momentum gonna go in favor of first killer there. Push this ball into the blue corner. And FaZe Clan looking to set up some offense.
This is a very impressive carry from Vatira. He can beat you on the ground. He can beat you in the air. He's done it before. He might do it again. It's the pass, the handoff, the trust. Team Queso have it.
Joyo in the middle, looks at his teammates and he nods confidently. That's right, boys. That's what we do. That is what Queso are about, going ahead on Wasteland, leaving that trail of destruction behind them.
And you can just tell this entire series, Rise tightened up that monocle. He is just sharpshooting right now.
Oh, Typical, the reset. It's around the top bar. First killer looking for the center. Faze now pressing the advance. They desperately need a goal. There's not a lot of time. 3 minutes may seem long, but it goes by quickly. Faze have not had much in this series. It's been all of Team Queso. Europe's last hope have constantly done what they needed to.
Rise linking with Joyo on that left side, and it leaves Faze scrambling on the goal line with first killer now able to aggress. Tries to swipe Vatira out of the skies. Boost is good for Faze. They have opportunity to score. Will they have the intuition and the ability?
We've turned into volleyball, but maybe Faze want that.
I don't think the high ball benefits FaZe Clan here. I think if it's going to be high in the air, Team Queso is going to consistently take advantage of that. They have to keep it on the ground. They have to utilize those 1v1 mechanics.
And that's just because of how these games have played out. FaZe has had all the boost, but they haven't converted it into anything. They have struggled to separate the field, to play laterally. That demo gives a man advantage there. The pass, the shot, it's all in the same, but it's still a 1-0 ball game.
First killer over the other side, up for the double, but so was his teammate. Typical didn't need to be there, but he fancied being involved. On the left-hand side now, Vatira around the side of one, with Rise demoing in the back. Nobody to receive the ball for Queso. Instead, FaZe Clan will be receiving with Typical now up on the left. No boost though. Rise sends it high and will 50 it.
Typical looking to push that ball through, gets the 50, Joyo gets bumped off of it, and that ball goes hanging in the air. AJ can't quite get the follow-up, can't get the demo either, and Vatira, big clear downfield. It just feels like for every step FaZe Clan takes, they're taking 2 steps back.
They feel like they're off by half a second every single time. FaZe can't find the read, but Vatira can find the backboard. The defense is there for FaZe. How do they transition it down the field? It's towards the top. First killer with a bump. Here comes AJ. Here's AJ on target. Team Queso yet again. It's in for first killer. Tie game.
Could it be anybody else? First killer is there over and over again to save the skin of FaZe Clan, and it is no different on Wasteland. 1 minute 14, Team Queso suffer 1 goal against them, and it is utterly drawn. But Typical and AJ committing together again.
And they're just playing with pure confidence right now. They're even at a disadvantage at that goal. They don't care. They want to take this to game number 6. Everything on the line. As Team Queso trying to slow things down, waste every prescient moment off of that clock, and FaZe Clan pushing into the blue half.
All 3 are up now for FaZe. They know the moment, but they get picked off! They get picked off! They don't have anyone back! And Team Queso take advantage of the mistake.
FaZe Clan fall prey to the predator of Queso. 2-1 45 seconds remaining. Queso looking to go 4-1 in this series, but FaZe Clan have had opportunities, they have had chances, and this dream is not dead yet.
Again, time and time again, we're seeing Team Queso say, call an ambulance, but not for me. Continue to take advantage of FaZe Clan, pushing all three members forward. 30 seconds remain. YouTube Theater, make some noise if you're going for FaZe to tie this up.
They need your energy, and they need it now. Difficult was trying to get it around the bend, but here comes First Killer. Oh, no! It's a foot race to the ball. Get there in time. FaZe do. 12 seconds now. We slow it down to the midfield. Typical with a shot towards the backboard. 9 seconds to go. Make it 6. It's still there for Team Queso. But AJ, the last hope, looking for First Killer. 1 second. Gotta keep it up. Here it